ever feel like just overwhelmed with like all the information out there these days?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we're diving into something old
Okay.
that's actually like shockingly relevant
Gotcha.
to like today.
I'm ready.
We're going to be looking at the Nanakkarol,
Oh.
which is this collection of verses by the Tamil poet Avayar.
Mm.
And she's this really cool figure, kind of like a Gandhi meets Rumi kind of vibe.
I like it.
And we're specifically diving into this chapter called Pathudamai,
Okay.
which translates to devotion,
Devotion.
which sounds simple enough, right?
Yeah.
But as we get into these verses, it's clear that Avayar's idea of devotion goes way beyond like just rituals and prayers.
Right. It's a lot deeper than just like the typical things you think about with the word devotion.
Right.
It's really more about like a way of life,
Yeah,
like how you live your life every single day.
exactly. And this chapter is a perfect example of that.
Okay.
The big takeaway that we get from this chapter is this idea of love all beings.
Okay.
Love all beings.
And like on the surface, that might sound a little hallmarky.
Right, like a greeting card.
Right.
Yeah.
But in our world today,
Mhm.
which is, filled with so much division and conflict,
How much?
it feels actually kind of radical.
Totally.
Don't you think?
Yeah. It makes you stop and think like all beings.
Right.
Does that include those people that you just can't stand?
Right.
The people you disagree with about basically everything?
Your enemies even.
Exactly. Even your enemies.
Wow.
And then the question becomes, how do you even begin to put that into practice?
It's a really challenging concept.
It is. And that's what I love about these ancient texts is it's like holding up a mirror. And, like I wonder how Avayar would view things like social media,
Oh, wow.
and like political polarization.
Yeah.
Do you think she would say like love all beings is the solution?
Well, it's interesting you bring that up because the Nagaral isn't just about these like lofty ideals and, kind of these big picture concepts.
Right.
It's actually deeply rooted in practicality.
Oh, okay.
So it really emphasizes self-cultivation and ethical conduct and the idea that like what you do
yeah.
impacts those around you.
Hmm.
So while Avayar may not have had, Twitter or whatever in mind,
Right.
I think her message about interconnectedness
Yeah.
feels incredibly timely.
Totally. Like it's almost like she's reminding us that our actions and our words actually like have real consequences.
Yeah, you're not in a vacuum.
Yeah.
You're part of a larger web of life.
It's a larger thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's about recognizing that shared humanity,
Mm-hmm.
even when it's really hard.
Yeah.
And one thing that I find really interesting about this chapter on devotion is that it doesn't really offer any easy answers.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a 10 steps to enlightenment.
Right.
It's more of an invitation
Okay.
to really think deeply about these ideas,
Hmm.
to wrestle with them a little bit
Right.
and find your own meaning.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not a rule book. It's like a conversation starter.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so powerful.
Yes.
Avayar is not saying, here's all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
Do this and you'll be enlightened.
Yeah.
She's more saying, here's the questions you should be asking yourself to live a more meaningful life.
It's like she's giving us the tools to figure it out for ourselves.
Exactly. And that's
Mhm.
why I think this text, the Nanakkarol, continues to resonate with people
Yeah.
across centuries and cultures.
It's timeless.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that, true devotion, true love,
Mm-hmm.
it's not passive.
Oh, wow.
It's active.
Okay.
It's a choice that we make
Every day.
every day in how we treat ourselves,
Yeah.
how we treat each other, how we treat the world around us.
So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive here,
Yeah.
I have to ask,
Oh.
how does this idea of love all beings land with you?
It's powerful.
Yeah.
It's a powerful concept,
It is.
and I think it's in those quiet moments where we reflect on these ideas
Yeah.
and find our own ways to bring them to life.
That's beautiful. I love that.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
It's not a destination.
And maybe that's the true legacy of Avayar,
Maybe so.
is to like spark these conversations
Yeah.
and inspire us to just like approach the world with a little more love.
A little more compassion,
Yeah.
a little more understanding,
Yeah.
and definitely more open hearts.
Yes.
Oh.
Love that. And on that note,
Yes.
we'll wrap up this deep dive into the Nautilittle.
Fantastic.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you in the next episode.